Okay, so here's another social work exam prep question. A social worker meets with a client who expresses feelings of hopelessness and passive thoughts about not wanting to be here anymore. The client denies any specific plan or intent. What should the social worker do first? Okay, the first thing I want you to be able to do is read a question and quickly identify what type of question this is. Is it a recall? Is it application? Is it reasoning? Because identifying the type of question helps you to understand your next best move. So this will be considered a reasoning question because you have different elements happening in this stem and you have to reason, you have to critically think which one the social worker should do first. I want to point out to you that this is indeed dealing with safety. When you're dealing with safety, at all costs, you want to make sure that you secure the client's safety. Okay. Whenever you have a client that's talking about passive thoughts, about not wanting to be here anymore, you want to find the best answer that will make sure that this client is safe. Let's break it down. A, explore the client support system. Support system is important, but I don't know if this is the first thing that I would talk with the client about after they directly just told me that they're thinking about not wanting to be here anymore. B, contact emergency services. Not sure if we should contact emergency services initially because what are you going to tell them when you contact them, right? You need more information. You may have to do that, but it wouldn't be the first thing that you would do. C, assess the client for suicidal risk. Now, I'm leaning more towards this answer because in my assessment of their risk, I'd be able to gather more information to determine if I need to contact the emergency services. And also, I'll be able to gather information about their support system as well. And D, refer the client to a psychiatrist. Okay. I'm not sure that I would jump to refer the client to a psychiatrist, maybe on down the line in my treatment plan. But the first thing that I would do would be to assess for suicidal risk. I mean, I know the client says that they denied having a specific plan or intent, but I still need to go a little bit deeper and assess the risk, right? So the correct answer would be C, assess the client for suicidal risk. I hope that this helped. Remember, we have to keep the client safe. We got to keep the client alive before we start referring them out to a psychiatrist, before we even jump to conclusions and start initiating emergency services. We want to make sure that the client is safe and that we, as the clinician, we have an understanding of what's going on with the client. So, assessing the client would be our first option. I hope that this helps, but remember, we are not overthinking the exam. We are not overthinking one exam question. We're reading the question and we're giving it our best shot.